Welcome back to CentralValleyTalk.com with Mike Briggs and Athena. I'm really out of it today because it is so hot. It said 115 in my car yesterday. Today's like 112. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. So, of course, what do you want to do in the heat? You want to jump in the pool. I have a 3-year-old and a 9-year-old. And I've been friends with Jamie for a long time. Like, we've talked at the gym. We have mutual friends. And I'm always like, I got to get into Jamie's School of Fish. And she's always, booked ahead of time. But this year I actually got lucky. There was a slot. And Nico's doing very, very well. He has an instructor. Can I say his name?
Sure can.
His name is Chris. And I think he's bonding more with a guy. And at first, yes, he cried. I'm like, oh, he doesn't want to go under. Come on, Mom. Now he loves it. He can't wait to see Chris. He's been taking swim lessons for like 3 weeks now in June, and I think we might do it again in July and August if Jamie will have us and work around our schedule. But pool safety is so, so, so important. It's important to be safe in the pool. It's important to know how to swim. And then drownings. I don't know the statistics, but there's got to be a drowning probably once every day across America. So without further ado, this is my friend Jamie Collard of Jamie's School of Fish. Woo, and the crowd goes wild. How important is pool safety?
Pool safety is very important. And we have to realize that between the ages of 1 and 5, it's the number one drowning,
Number one death.
Accidental death among children of 1 to 5.
And it could be in a bathtub,
yes.
Swimming pool, brooks, streams.
Yeah, and it's large body of water. I find most drownings actually happens more in your backyard pool.
Yeah.
Than in the big.
That's the stories that I've heard the most.
Yeah, and it's only because you're most relaxed there.
Yes.
And it's always there. If you don't have your eyes on it, if you don't have a gate around it, it's your danger. So yes, it is something that you definitely have to have pool safety. You
always have to watch your kids. I mean, there's some, I'm going to leave my kid out there and I'm going to wash the dishes and look out of the window. I don't know. I hate to sound paranoid because I've heard too many stories. You should be out there with your kids. And if you have a big birthday party or if you're like drinking or something like that, always have someone else watch your kid or lifeguard or maybe your spouse. Like it's my friend was telling me, hey, when we're drinking and at a party, I always assign someone that's not drinking. Or one of us, like if it's a husband and wife, watch our kid.
Right.
What do you teach about swim safety at Jamie's School of Fish?
Okay.
What's the thing?
One of the things we really go to the parents a lot, is to realize that you watch your kid the best. Don't expect your friend to watch your kid the best.
No.
Don't expect you watch your child the best, because that's your charge. And so when you have a party, again, you probably would want to have a lifeguard, because then you have another pair of eyes on.
Yeah, you can by the way, you can hire someone. Call Jamie's School of Fish. She's got some people. That's what I used to do at big parties.
Yeah.
We used to hire a lifeguard. They're like $20 an hour, and the $40 for a couple of hours was so well worth it because you can relax, have a drink, and that lifeguard's going to be
right
there.
The other thing we also try to tell our parents is that, what is your goal? Your goal is, why do we want to put them in swimming lessons? Well, we want to do it so they don't drown. We want to do it so we have a few maybe seconds, minutes to get to them. It's a preventative. It's never, a child can drown by hitting their head on the pool side and drowned. So, I've heard of, I even know of a child that was in a life jacket. Well, the life jacket was too big for the child, and it turned the child upside down, so the child couldn't get back up.
Or they could fall through it because it doesn't fit them properly.
Right. And so, those rings that they sit them in flip over.
Yeah.
So they get stuck there. So we always want to tell those parents, everything is preventative. You want to make sure you're doing something to prevent a drowning.
And how do you teach them? Do you, start them like, don't be afraid of the water? I know this is horrible for me to say, it sounds mean, but do you like dunk them underwater right away to get used to that,
right.
know?
Well,
I don't think that's bad. But
no. Well, okay. A lot of parents, they want to ask that question too.
Yeah.
And we come in the fact that, you know what, basically children drown with their head in. They don't drown with their head out.
Wow.
So you have to teach them to go under.
Yes.
And it's a whole new environment. So it's an environment that it's not that they can't survive in that environment. They have to learn how to be in that environment. And that environment is actually a hazard. So when you're teaching kids, you know, you have to take them under. Some some places like to make it fun and joyful and until they're ready.
Yeah.
My philosophy is a little more like I'm not ready for a funeral. So, I'd rather take the 2 lessons that they might be crying and have them under and get through that first. That's how maybe that's my practicalness to it.
Yes.
But, you want a healthy fear of the water. There's nothing wrong with a healthy fear. And parents don't always understand that. And so, taking them under, teaching them how to go under is basically teaching them that this is a whole new environment. I can't breathe under it, and I have to learn differently.
Do you teach them how to swim to the wall, or we were talking about this off the air, to the beach?
Yes, we do. We teach, we call it the beach, and we always say reach for the beach. We have a little story that goes to most tiles are blue or, brown, and we always say Mr. Blue doesn't like you. And so what happens is children will always they'll reach right to the tile, and actually it will push them away. They can't
stay away from the blue.
Yeah, so you want to reach up. So Mr. Blue doesn't like you, so you need to reach up and go up to the beach where they like you. And they remember that. They remember when someone doesn't like them.
Yeah.
So they know that Mr. Blue doesn't like them and to reach up. And usually it's
reach the beach. Mr. Blue does not like you.
Yeah.
Where are you located, Jamie? I go to the one in Clovis on Shaw, heading towards Sanger. Don't you have another location?
Yeah, we have 4 locations.
What?
Yes, we have 4.
You're like an entrepreneur. You're a businesswoman, girl.
I'm getting there. We are also in Fresno, and we're in the Fitness Evolution off of Blackstone, just south of Shaw.
No way.
Yeah, there's an
in Clovis?
In Fresno.
In Fresno.
There's an indoor pool there.
Okay.
So we're there.
Okay.
We also are in, there's a Fitness Evolution in Madera.
Okay.
Off of Sunset.
Wow.
And we will be starting that one in July.
Wow.
July 5th. And that's another indoor pool. So we're really excited about that one. And we also have a indoor pool in Modesto.
Wow.
So yeah, we're growing.
You are growing, girl.
We're growing.
All right, what's your website? What's your number? We're going to watch some videos to show what goes on at Jamie's School of Fish.
Okay, our website is jamieschooloffish.com. And
now, do you have openings? It says July 5th through the 31st.
Right.
Is that kind of like
right
a
after
one-time fee, twice a week until the end of the summer, basically?
Yes.
Okay.
Until we have, because we're year-round.
Okay.
This is our twice-a-week session. We only do twice a week, May, June, and July.
What, your outdoor pool, that's only in the summer, though, right?
Summer,
okay.
Yeah. The Clovis one is from April through September.
Okay.
And then the rest are year-round.
Yeah. Nico's doing so well. Michael, I don't know if you can get the Nico picture in the video. Let's show Nico first. You know, when he was so scared. That's a picture of Nico. It's kind of far away, but you could see Chris. And he's getting ready to. By the way, you guys teach him how to jump.
Yes, we do.
Jump. And then Nico's actually swimming to me and Frank. So, can we show the video of him?
Then when they're both in school.
There he is. There's my Nico. And what videos do you have, Jamie?
Let's see. There's a lot of them that we do. We teach them to jump and then get back to the side.
Okay.
This is a little guy. We this is little Levi. He's been with us since he has been really little. So he was learning how to hold his breath at a young age. Now this started in spring. So he just
how
started.
Old was he there?
He almost 2.
Okay.
And we found that about 22 months to 24 is when they really start to kick. Really getting that little movement there.
Do we have another video, or was that it? If that's it, that's okay. Was that it?
No, yeah, this.
Okay. All right, what's this, Jamie?
This little guy is, again, he's learning how to come off the step.
God, he looks so much like Nico.
Yeah,
That's
he
crazy.
does. And that really, we're teaching off the step. It's also teaching the body from a standing position, like they're standing, to moving into that horizontal position.
Yes.
Because as children don't realize is that, when they're walking upright. So when you get into the pool and in the water, you actually have to be horizontal because the water actually will hold them up.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing. But if you go vertical, that was when you get pulled down.
Interesting. Jeez, we learn something new every day, Miss Jamie. Hey, so why there's so many there's schools that the instructors come to your house? Sorry, I'm choking. I'm taking a cough suppressant. How can I be coughing? Taking a cough drop. And there's other swimming schools that teach them how to blow bubbles. And there's other schools besides yours.
Right.
So why Jamie's School of Fish? What makes you special, girl?
What
Besides
makes me
you, besides Miss Jamie, who is awesome.
Oh, thank you. Well, we've been, I've been doing it for over 30 years. But we've been in the Clovis location for over 13, and we've been in the Valley for 25. But I think one of the things that we really like to do is, because we have a lot of people that do ask us to go to them.
Yes.
And send a teacher.
Do you do that?
I don't.
Okay.
And the reason is because I can't I'm not sure about quality control. When they go out, I don't know what, I can't always tell.
That's true.
So I like to be able.
You like to watch it.
We like to make sure we have supervisors there. We have head teachers. We have teachers that when you come to a point, because every kid's different.
Yeah.
And we have a basic curriculum that we're doing, but then kids don't always get into those curriculums on their developments. And so our head teachers are in helping other teachers. So if a teacher's like, oh wow, I'm not sure how to change that, we have head teachers saying, okay, this is what you do.
Yeah.
You can different things like that. But if you're alone, you have to come back, and then you're kind of hoping.
Yeah.
And
you have to really trust that instructor.
Right. And the thing is that I found that, it's funny, we tell our employees, our instructors, that when I come and watch, sometimes I come and watch and I'll say, this is what you need to do. And they'll look at me like, you lady, you don't know what you're saying.
You're like, I've been doing this for 30 years.
A long time. I know what's going on.
Yeah.
And now my supervisors are funny. They're like, if she comes and tells you, she's usually right.
Yeah.
And just do what she does. And just do it. And it will work. And so now they get that, but it's hard. It's hard. You're an instructor, and you're trying to do your best for this kid, and then someone comes over and says, "This is what's really good." So a lot of times when kids are I think we actually specialize in children with fears, and we specialize in kids with autism.
Interesting.
Yes.
So if any kid has special needs, necessarily autism and stuff like that, you guys know how to handle that.
Yes, we do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool, Miss Jamie.
Yeah.
Well, are there any tips, before we let you go, can you think of any tips for water safety in the pool, when they're at home with their kids?
I have
or
a few.
anything that you can teach us as parents when we're in the pool with them.
Yes. Always remember your ABCs.
Okay.
Now, if I have to remember them.
Jamie doesn't even know her
let me tell you.
Jamie doesn't even know her own rules. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I'm getting
Oh my gosh.
hard.
I know it's barriers and classes and adult supervision. So
Adult supervision.
I had to think about
adult supervision, barriers.
Barriers, and then classes.
Classes.
Yes.
Okay.
That is one thing. That's a good one to remember. But a lot of things I think to remember are you are the best to watch your child.
Yeah.
The other thing is if your child hasn't been in the water all year and they just get in, have them walk into the water.
Okay.
Don't have them jump, because then you will be jumping in. Because they've been walking on land this whole time.
Yeah.
And then when they jump into the water, they're still vertical. So then they get
have
a little
them walk into the
water. Let them get used to swimming again, because it's all there. It's all memories there. It's just that
this is when they first hit the water. Okay.
And then the other thing, always remember, if the water is cold, they'll forget when they jump in.
Oh yeah.
So you got to have them have them walk into the water.
Walk into the water. Interesting. And always, adult supervision. Never let them out of your sight unless, your husband or your mom or someone's, hey, I'm going to watch them and make sure that they're safe.
So, like, if you're doing a tag team situation, like, okay, I have to go in and get that, and you have your husband, don't assume he knows. You go and say, physically touch him and say, you got the kids.
Yeah.
Because I'm going.
I'll yell out to him. I'll be like, hey, because I'll be cleaning in the kitchen and he'll be, I go, hey, make sure you watch Nico. I'm going to put on my bathing suit and I'll be out in 5 minutes.
Right.
And I make sure that he hears me.
Yes. My
Honey,
husband.
He's right on the steps. Make sure you watch him.
Yes. My husband, John, used to, before we had this whole swim school, he used to think I was a Nazi on it. But now he's been like, yeah, you were totally right.
Think about people that are little kids or even adults, and I'm assuming, that have drowned in a pool. All right, so your website is really simple, JamieSchoolOfFish.com. JamieSchoolOfFish.com.
Yeah.
And is there a phone number? Is there a main phone number where they can call?
Yeah, it's 559-325-2266, and that will get you there. We have another one. It's 559-421-4018.
That's awesome. And now you have locations in Madera, Modesto, Clovis, and Fresno.
Yes.
Where's the one in Fresno again?
The one in Fresno is on Blackstone.
Okay.
Just south of Shaw. It's in the Fitness Evolution.
Okay, now I know where it is because I think like GB3 or George Brown used to be over there.
Yes.
I know where it is. Well, be safe. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Listen to Jamie. Are there any last words that you could think of before we let you go?
No. Just get them in classes.
Get them in classes. Hey, I have some friends' kids that are like 5 that still don't know how to swim, and I'm like, you got to get over there.
Yep.
And Nico's having such a blast. JamieSchoolOfFish.com, or their number again is 325-2266. That's it. All right, Jamie. Thanks, girl.
Thank you.
You guys, I'll be back in a couple weeks, but Jamie School of Fish has openings July 5th through August 31st. There you go. We'll be right after back.